This is just a quick run through the features of the FarmWizard app. So once you've synchronized your data, the default herd will be loaded, and at the top there you can see it showing you the number of animals. So these are animals which are marked as live in that particular herd. So you can now tap in the search bar and either enter a freeze brand number or one or more digits from the national ID. And FarmWizard will bring up a list of animals where your search characters are matched in both the management tag and the ear tag number. So you'll notice that down the right hand side it's color coding the animal records. So that color status is for a breeding animal and maps to the same color on the grey board that you'll find on the main website. Any non-breeding animals, it will just be coloured grey. So we can now pick our animal from the list and it will show that animal's report card. Again, the colour at the top denotes the animal's breeding status. The core details are displayed in the top portion of the screen, and you'll notice that there's an edit button in one or more places to allow you to edit that piece of information. So in this case it's the management tag. You can tap on that and add or edit the management number. If we scroll further down, you'll see you've got tabs predominantly for reproductive history and any medicine treatments that you've entered. There'll also be a further tab if you've recorded weights for that animal. Below that, you've got various other buttons for other events, such as marking the animal for a move, reassigning to a new herd, and in the case of automated parlour systems, setting the animal to draft. You'll notice at the bottom right hand corner there's a floating red button. If I tap on that, it will give me access to some buttons which will take me through to particular data entry screens. So if I tap on add note, it takes me through to the record note screen with that animal selected that I brought up on the animal details report card. I can now add further animals if I wish by searching at the top here, or I can just record for that animal. Notice that the save button at the bottom is greyed out while we haven't got key data fields filled in. This is to help accidental recording of erroneous data, but as soon as I put something into the notes field here, you'll see that the save button has become enabled, so it's highlighted in blue, and you'll see in brackets the number of animals that I've selected. So if I just select another animal, so that's added to my list, that's incremented to 2, and when I'm happy with the information I've recorded, press add note, I'll get a confirmation message that the information has been saved and will be transferred the next time you synchronize. So I'll just say OK to that. And if you notice now at the top left hand corner there, the burger icon has a little green dot against it, and that's showing me that I've got events to synchronize. So the way we do that is to tap on the burger icon, and that pops out the sidebar, which, as well as enabling you to synchronize your data, you can perform various other actions as well, but we'll come back to those in a short while. So there is my event ready to be synchronized, and if I press that button, that will be transferred through to your FarmWizard account in the cloud. Remember, of course, that you'll need to be connected to the internet at this point. While you're recording events out in the farm, of course, you don't need to be connected to the internet because the data is held on the device. If I just tap on Events Management, again, I get a different view of the information that I've recorded. So you'll see at pending events, it's highlighting that I've got one event to transfer, and if I look down into the table below, it will show me the detail of what I've recorded. So I've added a note for 2 animals, and I've now got buttons here to edit or delete. If that's erroneous data, just tap on the delete button and those will be removed. Just looking a bit further at the navigation and layout, we've got menu groupings on the home page, and if you tap into one, you'll have access to individual data entry screens. So those are groupings which are defined by the app. If you want to customize and have a particular layout and navigation for particular events, you can do that by making use of the quick links or customizable screen. So if you tap on the button at the top right hand corner there, that will take you through to the quick links page, which you can now customize. So this will have some particular events on it by default. But if you tap on the pencil icon at the top right, you'll go into edit mode, and you can now click on the cross to remove particular events that you don't want, and you can add the plus, click on the plus symbol against the events that you do want, so they'll be highlighted in green. So scroll your way down, looking at all the events that you might need to pick up, and then when you're done, press the save list button at the bottom. You'll get a prompt that has been saved, and now this particular screen will be customized. So you can now toggle using the button at the top right hand corner. You can toggle between the main menu view and your customized view on the second page. Take a further look at the functions on the sidebar. I'm going to tap on the burger icon at the top left hand corner. That pops out the sidebar, and what we've got here is the ability to, as well as doing synchronization and viewing of recorded and pending events on these 2 navigation items here, we've also got the ability to connect Bluetooth devices. We can update the app, and at the top right there we've got the ability to log out of the account. So if you're using more than one FarmWizard account, so different logins, you can tap on this button here, and that will log you out of the particular account that you're in at that moment. Just remember that that will clear the data, so you will need to make sure that you've synchronized any pending events before you use that feature. So just looking at the Bluetooth device section here, so FarmWizard, as well as you selecting animals manually to record events, you can connect a Bluetooth stick reader. So if your animals are EID tagged and you've got a stick reader that's paired to your device, you can press on connect Bluetooth reader. If you've got your stick reader paired under the Android Bluetooth settings, that's fine. If not, the app will be able to detect devices and give you a list. But I'll just tap on my stick reader there. Because it's already paired under Android, you'll see that it's attempting to connect, and I'll get a message there at the bottom that it's now connected. So I can now, on the home screen, scan the animal's EID tag, and it will load up that animal's record. So that's from the home screen, and you'll see here at the bottom there is the animal's EID number. So that's been previously assigned. If it's cattle, then you'll use a tag bucket perhaps, or if it's sheep, the EID number is automatically derived from the national ID number. So let's just have a look on, go back to the home screen. If I go on to data entry screen, so here selling an animal, I can manually search and select an animal, and it's added to my list at the bottom. But as I've now got my stick reader paired, I can scan the animal's tag. So you'll see there that it's added that animal with the EID tag, and it increments the number of animals in the list ready to save the event. So with an EID stick reader, you only have to pair the stick reader once, and then that stick reader is ready to scan animals on any of the data entry screens. So that's just basically waiting for you to select the input, either manual or scanning the tag. On the sidebar, you can tap on disconnect. That will break the Bluetooth connection, and below that you'll see a further option for connecting a Bluetooth weigher. So when you're on the weighing screen, you can scan the tag, and if the animal's on the below platform and a stable weight has been captured, then the weight will be pulled in from the weigher. When you're recording events by selecting animals or scanning their EID tags, you're going to build up perhaps quite a lengthy list. So as you're picking animals, they're continuously being added to the list at the bottom here. At any time, you can delete an individual animal if it's incorrectly selected, just by tapping on the eraser button there. But you keep selecting animals just from the search box at the top, just keep searching and selecting. Now obviously we don't want to run the risk of losing this data at any point, so a useful feature is that if you attempt to navigate away from this data entry page, say by tapping on the home button at the top, you'll get a warning informing you that you've got unsaved data. So if you don't need to save the data, tap OK, otherwise press cancel and then go to the bottom of the screen, press the save button, and those events will be recorded on the device ready for you to synchronize. Another feature on the sidebar is the ability to change herds within a multi-herd account. So when you pop out the sidebar, you'll see the select herd drop-down, and if you select one of the sub-herds, the screen will refresh and it will show you the total number of animals in that herd at the top, and all the data entry screens now will make those animals available to you. So again, you just toggle back, the screen will be refreshed and you'll see the animal total for that herd. So this is a way of keeping the animals segregated in the same herds that you'll find that you work with on the main website.